I've generated six figures from online business in my early 20s and over 50 million plus views on YouTube alone. And this is how I'm building a content machine in a service based business to scale to millions of dollars. Now, I'm going to walk you guys through what I've been working on recently, my entire thought around this business model, and how I plan to scale it, right? So, number one, pretty much what I've been doing is trying to take and post YouTube videos, right? So how I have the structure right now is I have a YouTube video, and then basically I have a place where I'm hosting a course and I'm just driving traffic to that course and just having CTAs within my scripts, right? And that's a clear direct path, right? Because the one thing that it allows you to do is monetize from day one. And as someone who's been on YouTube for a very long time, it's kind of nice that I'm not necessarily waiting to get paid from AdSense. And who knows if I even will get accepted to the program, but I have something where I have traffic, I've solved the problem for myself, and I'm driving traffic to that problem. So that's number one. The thing is just posting consistently. I literally just recorded another video on another channel where it was just talking about a different aspect of the problem and giving advice, and then a CTA to my course. So that's kind of one. Now the price right now, I believe it's $99, but I'm planning to max put it. It's around $200 and leave it there as just, a lower ticket, but I just want to see its potential and actually if it can get sales. That's the biggest thing too. Because right now it's like I have this product, I'm driving traffic, but there's almost a limiting belief where, will someone actually buy my product? But the thing is, in my opinion, all it is really about traffic. So although, yes, that could be a thing, what I want to see is almost a sale at each point. So originally I had it at $49, and then I bumped it up to $99, and then eventually after this next sale, I'm going to bump it up to $199, which basically is just going to help destroy those limiting beliefs. So traffic is the huge thing here that I'm working on too, where, I have an offer, right? I have something that I'm selling, but at the end of the day, you're going to convert, right, a certain percentage of people. So the idea is, okay, I need to focus on traffic. And this is really where I have a lot of interest in. And I think a lot of people also, especially creators, are interested in is like, how can you actually scale and grow what you're working on, right? So the idea is I want a content distribution ecosystem where, and right now my primary focus is YouTube. So I get a video, I post on YouTube, but ideally I want AI to be able to do all of that work. So yes, I'm creating the videos, but I've been working on a system, and I could probably share my screen here and show you guys the system that I'm working on. And it's going to be even more laid out than this, but this is just the start. So I have a system here that basically, and as you can see, it starts with, we post a YouTube video. Now we want to take that YouTube video and we want to grab a transcript, right? Grab a transcript of the video. There's a lot of these, YouTube transcript sites you can go on. So it's getting the transcript and then using AI to generate some tweets, right? So boom, we have tweets, and one of them we want to do is promote the YouTube video. So I haven't done this yet, but basically there are certain tweets where you can format it to where you can just promote a YouTube video and then link it, which also could help you get more clicks. So my idea is pretty much, we have a video, we promote it, then from the transcript we could do about 5 to 10 long form tweets. And then also from the YouTube video, there's this software called Opus, and it basically generates short clips for you. A lot of, streamers and all these other people use this. So my idea is basically, okay, I'm going to generate these clips, and then what I'm going to do with these clips, and, it adds captions. I think the most, you can kind of control the time frame that they are, but basically what it does is it takes these clips and adds, captions there. And then my idea is to post these to Instagram, of course, with targeted hashtags, and then also post these clips to Twitter. And then even a step above that, because I've been thinking, okay, so, I kind of have been struggling with, okay, how can I use these platforms to generate sales? Because at the end of the day, that's all this is about, right? And the idea is that, okay, I thought about it a little bit more, and I said, okay, I can promote my YouTube videos on these different social medias, Or what I can do is use these as their own selling channels. And then to me, it makes more sense to basically use them as their separate selling channels. So the idea is basically having especially for Twitter, it's having a CTA in the comments section. So basically, I have a CTA right now that it says, okay, this is the, call to action to pretty much, achieve the desired outcome. And it's in the Twitter comments. So it's basically, I post a tweet and then I follow up with a comment saying, okay, here's the CTA. And it's been getting a lot of eyeballs. I mean, my Twitter page is not, the greatest in the world, but it really helps to at least have somewhere, where I know I'm moving forward there. And instead of just promoting the YouTube video, I just have, right, the place where people could purchase the course, right, in the description. So that's what I'm doing with that one. And then for Instagram, what I've noticed, well, number one, I actually got a DM from someone saying that they were pretty much planning to purchase the course, but they were asking about, just some other things that I kind of just sent them a voice note. But pretty much my idea with Instagram too is to post, those clips daily, and even also screenshot some of my tweets and then post those to IG too. And then it's almost like double dipping with content, because it's like each one feeds into itself. And especially if really the thing that I'm working on is, okay, if I can grow this Instagram page to a point to where it's growing on its own, because right now it's not at that point yet. Usually once you get about 5K followers, then it'll grow organically, but I'm not there yet. So my goal is pretty much, once I get to that 5K followers, then it's pretty much, all right, we really have to focus on automating all of this. And there's a lot of different software that can automate all of this, but I'm actually working on my own automation workflow where I can pretty much build all of this out for myself and customize it how I want to. Because imagine this, imagine you log in right to your computer. You already have a YouTube video and script prepared for you. All you have to do is turn on the camera, get your lighting right. You speak, post the video, and then literally everything else just distributes your content with right hashtags, formatted how you want it to, and that literally brings you more sales. Like, to me, that's crazy. And it's something that I think would, just as you're scaling, it just gives you even more time back, because literally all you're doing, you've gotten to the point to where your input is literally just to sit down and record, and everything else takes care of itself. You're pretty much making sales on autopilot, which to me, I think in terms of just building a business in general, entrepreneurship, making money online, that's one of the in my opinion, one of the most interesting ways to make money, to where, you have an input and then you get an output, right? And obviously the whole idea here is to drive traffic to the course, to just sell the course, but I can also see how many people are there every 7 days, are being driven there every 7 days. So it's kind of nice too. I can track and see how many people are actually visiting. Now, the highest usually is at around 30, but I know the more I kind of feed this cycle, the better all of this is going to get, right? Because it's like one feeds into another, one feeds into another. And basically you build this machine to where it's just printing money and making sales. And to me, it's just crazy how this could work. And you never know, basically, it's like you have more control over your time. Because I think the other thing too I'm a little hesitant about is just client work. Just because, client work can sometimes be a little bit time consuming, whereas something like this, you pretty much set your schedule. And think about it like this too. Even if, let's say, for example, I don't post on YouTube necessarily, you could literally still have content being posted to both X and IG getting you sales, right? And to me, that's the cut, because you could repost something, right? Or you could literally have that all automated. So I think this is really going to be the evolution of educational creators online as well. But, I'm building this in real time, and I figured it would be important for people to kind of see what I'm working on. And, I've had a lot of different projects in the past, right? Especially other YouTube channels where I really didn't document it. So I felt that this would be pretty cool to document. Still haven't got any other sales yet, just one sale so far, and that one was for $49. But I'm hopeful as I start to build out this system and get more content out there. Of course, grow the different channels that they'll just basically print. And then honestly, my idea even after this is to really teach people the system that I did, because of course there's a lot of ambiguity even in this and what I'm explaining right now, but to really just teach people, how to do all of these things and go from, you have a problem, you figured out how to package and solve the problem, you figured where to host your solution, you figured out how to drive traffic, how to get conversions, and then basically, this is something to me to where, eventually you could just kick your feet up, could work anywhere, and the system just kind of prints money for you, and you can use you have these other channels that can actually make you sales. And to me, that's what the whole point of business and entrepreneurship is. It's just building something that can provide you a lifestyle that you want. And for me, it's really financial freedom and time freedom, the two huge ones, which I think this system can kind of build out, and especially teaching people how to do this. So if you're interested in business, finance, making money online, click this video on the screen now.